Hey everybody, welcome back to Carhelpout.com, your local mobile mechanic service near me here. A simple way to get an independent certified mobile mechanic service to come to you at any location at your convenience, where we help you make sense of the finance office before you sign on the dotted line. I'm Kimberly, and today I'm exposing the 6 things that car dealership finance managers secretly hate to hear you say. We're diving deep into the psychology of the finance office and giving you the insider knowledge to navigate those negotiations like a pro. Whether you're a seasoned car buyer or a first-timer, this video is your secret weapon to saving money and avoiding those dreaded dealership markups. And if you're thinking of paying cash, calling your credit union, or even saying, "Let me call a friend," yeah, you're definitely going to want to stick around. Because knowing what not to say can be just as powerful as knowing what to say. Let's get started. If you're struggling to come up with cash for an emergency auto repair, you're not alone. That's why auto car repair loans offer a convenient way to gain quick access to the money you need when an emergency pops up. With loans up to $2,500 to $5,000. Visit carhelpout.com/repair loan to get started today. Don't forget, if you ever need to sell your house fast and as-is condition anywhere in the U.S., either to stop foreclosure, avoid county tax auction, or unwanted house, go to boracina.com/carhelpout and get a relief under house burden. Don't forget, if your local small business or good service website needs more traffic exposure from Google, Yahoo, Bing, and other search engines, go to carhelpout.com/SEO. They can help you when it comes to local SEO and online digital marketing service consulting.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
First up, the phrase that gives finance managers instant heartburn. "I'm paying cash, I know. You'd think flashing a wad of cash or, mentioning your fat bank transfer would have them rolling out the red carpet. After all, cash means a quick and easy sale, right? Not so fast. See, dealerships, and especially their finance departments, make a significant chunk of their profit from, you guessed it, financing. They love tacking on those interest charges and loan fees. So, when you waltz in, ready to pay outright, you're essentially cutting off their gravy train. They might try to steer you towards financing with lines like, "Think of the investment opportunities," or "It's always good to have a payment history. Don't fall for it." Now, I'm not saying paying cash is a bad thing. In fact, it's often the smartest move. But be prepared for some pushback from the finance manager. They might try to make you feel like you're missing out on some amazing deal. Remember, knowledge is power. Go in informed, stand your ground, and don't be afraid to walk away if you don't like the deal they offer. Your cash is your leverage. By the way, if you're looking for more tips on negotiating with dealerships, be sure to check out my video on the top 5 car buying mistakes to avoid. It's packed with even more insider information that will save you money. Next up, we're talking about another phrase that sends chills down a finance manager's spine. "Let me call my spouse or friend."
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Number 2, let me call my spouse or a friend real quick. This one is a classic stall tactic, and finance managers know it. They've seen it all before. You're feeling the pressure, maybe a little unsure about the numbers, and you want a second opinion. And hey, getting another perspective is generally good advice. But in the high-pressure environment of a dealership, that phone call can be a death knell to a sale. Finance managers thrive on momentum. They want you to sign on the dotted line while you're still riding that new car high. That phone call, it introduces doubt, it creates a window for you to cool off, and worst of all, For them, it gives someone outside their carefully crafted bubble a chance to talk you out of it. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't consult with your partner or a trusted friend. In fact, having someone review the deal beforehand is a really smart move. But ideally, that conversation happens you step foot in the dealership. Do your research together, set a budget, and decide on your walkaway point. That way, when you're sitting across from the finance manager, you're armed with the information and confidence you need to make a decision on the spot. Remember, knowledge is power in the car buying game. The more prepared you are, the less likely you are to fall prey to pressure tactics. Stay tuned, because up next, we're tackling a phrase that seems harmless on the surface, but can actually work against you. I'm putting down a large down payment.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Number 3, and this one might surprise you. I'm putting down a large down payment. You might think a big down payment would make a finance manager happy, right? Less risk for them, right? Well, not always. See, dealerships and finance managers make money on financing. The larger the loan, the more potential there is for profit through interest, and those often overlooked extras like extended warranties. When you make a large down payment, you shrink the loan amount, and that can directly impact a finance manager's commission. I'm not saying they don't want your business, but it's just not as lucrative for them as someone financing a larger portion of the vehicle's price. Now, don't get me wrong, a large down payment is fantastic for you, the buyer. It means lower monthly payments, less interest paid over the life of the loan, and potentially even a better interest rate. But from the finance manager's perspective, it can be a bit of a letdown. They might try to steer you towards a lower down payment and a longer loan term to increase their potential profit. This is why it's crucial to have a solid understanding of your financing options before you step foot in a dealership. Know your credit score, get pre-approved for a loan from your bank or credit union, and determine what monthly payment comfortably fits your budget. Now, just because a large down payment might not excite the finance manager doesn't mean you should shy away from it. In fact, you can use it to your advantage. If you walk in pre-approved for a loan and ready to put down a significant amount, you're in a strong negotiating position. You can leverage this to negotiate a lower interest rate or even a lower overall price for the vehicle. Remember, dealerships still want to make a sale, even if it's not as profitable as they'd like. They might be willing to compromise to secure a deal, especially if you're a serious buyer. The key is to be upfront and transparent about your intentions. Let the finance manager know that you're serious about buying the car, but that you're also looking for the best possible deal. Don't be afraid to walk away if you're not getting what you want. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to car buying. So arm yourself with information, be confident in your negotiation, and don't let anyone pressure you into a decision that doesn't feel right.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Number 4, the ultimate buzzkill. I'm already approved at my credit union. Now, this one can really throw a wrench into the finance manager's plans. You see, dealerships love to handle financing in-house. It's another avenue for them to generate profit and often gives them more control over the terms of your loan. When you walk in with pre-approval, you're essentially telling them that you're not interested in their financing options. You've already shopped around, secured a rate, and you're ready to go. While this is great for you, it takes away a significant profit center for the dealership. Don't be surprised if the finance manager tries to convince you that they can beat your pre-approved rate or offer you a better deal. They might try to downplay the benefits of your credit union loan or highlight the supposed convenience of financing through the dealership. It's important to remember that the finance manager's primary goal is to maximize their profit, not necessarily to get you the absolute best deal. So while it's worth hearing them out, don't feel pressured to abandon your pre-approval without careful consideration. Having pre-approval gives you a significant advantage. It shows the dealership you're serious, organized, and have your finances in order. This can make them more eager to work with you and potentially offer better terms on the vehicle itself. If the finance manager does try to counter your pre-approval, be polite but firm. Let them know you appreciate their time, but that you're comfortable with the terms you've already secured. You can even use your pre-approval as leverage to negotiate a lower price or additional perks like free oil changes or extended warranties. Remember, knowledge is power. Understand the terms of your pre-approval. Be prepared to walk away if the dealership isn't willing to work with you. And don't be afraid to stand your ground. You've done your homework and secured a great rate, so use that to your advantage. Car buying can be a complex and often intimidating process. But by being prepared, informed, and confident, you can navigate it successfully and drive off in the car of your dreams with a financing plan that fits your budget.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
Number 5, and one of my favorites, I'll shop around and get prices from other dealerships. Yes, this one really ruffles feathers. Why? Because dealerships often operate with the assumption that you, the customer, are there for the long haul, ready to sign on the dotted line that day. They invest time and resources into you, from the salesperson's attention to the test drive. Hearing that you're willing to walk away and potentially find a better deal elsewhere throws a wrench in their well-oiled machine. Now, I'm not saying they don't expect you to shop around at all, but the thought of you actively comparing them to their competitors, oof, that stings. But here's the thing, you absolutely should shop around. It's your hard-earned money, and you deserve the best possible deal. Don't let anyone pressure you into making a hasty decision. Remember, knowledge is power. And in the world of car buying, knowing your options is key to coming out on top. Using this phrase sends a clear message. You're a savvy shopper who's not afraid to walk away from a bad deal. This often triggers a sense of urgency in the finance manager. They might suddenly be more willing to negotiate, sweeten the pot with additional incentives, or offer a more competitive interest rate. Why? Because they don't want to lose your business. They've invested time and effort into getting you this far. And the thought of seeing you walk out the door to a competitor, well, let's just say it's not their favorite scenario. So embrace the power of shopping around and watch how quickly the tables can turn in your favor. Remember, you're not being rude by exploring all your options. You're being smart. You're taking control of your finances and ensuring you get the best possible value for your money. And honestly, who can argue with that?
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
And finally, the one that really stings, I want to cancel the products I bought. You know what I'm talking about? Those extended warranties, paint protection packages, and other add-ons that somehow magically appear on your contract. We've all been there, caught up in the excitement of a new car and feeling the pressure to say yes to everything. But then reality sets in. You realize you might not need all those extras. Or maybe you found a better deal elsewhere. And that's when the dreaded cancellation conversation rears its head. Now, dealerships aren't exactly thrilled when you want to cancel these products. After all, they're a significant source of profit for them. But here's the good news. You often have the right to cancel. Make sure you thoroughly read your contract and understand the cancellation terms for each product. Some might have a grace period within which you can cancel without penalty, while others might have specific conditions attached. Knowledge is your best defense in these situations. Don't be afraid to stand your ground and politely but firmly request the cancellation. Explain your reasons. Maybe you found a better deal, decided you don't need the product, or simply changed your mind. Remember, you're not obligated to keep something you don't want or need. Be prepared to negotiate and don't back down easily. If you're persistent and assertive, you'll likely succeed in getting those unwanted products removed from your contract.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.
So there you have it. 6 things a finance manager dreads hearing, but that you should feel empowered to say. Now, before we go, it's time for your automotive motivational car quote of the day. Don't let the dealer drive your decision. Steer your own deal. If this video gave you some clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never walk into a finance office alone again. Until next time, keep those payments smart and those engines strong. Bye-bye. Carhelpout.com is the best way to get a mobile mechanic autocar repair service shop on wheels to come to you. Whether you're stuck at home or on the side of the road, our mobile mechanics are ready to assist you. We bring the repair shop to your location to save you time and hassle. We also provide emergency vehicle roadside assistance, such as car battery jumpstart, flat tire road service, running out of gas service if your vehicle stops or has a problem on the side of the road or any business parking lot. We understand that car troubles can be stressful, so we aim to provide quick and efficient solutions to get you back on the road as soon as possible. Additionally, we offer pre-purchase used car buying inspection checkup services review. Whether you're buying from local dealership or private car owner seller, either from Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, automotive auction, or anywhere else, we can help you with PPI inspection. We can come to you at any location, whether it's your home driveway, your office parking lot, or even if you're stranded on the roadside.
Carhelpout.com. It's the convenience.